Alright, welcome back. This is day 2. It is Monday and it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. Let's see, I've spent most of the morning setting up the website, the blog, the videos, and kind of tinkering with some of the settings. I created a duplicate file for the no-name game file, and then went and played with some settings to try to just kind of tinker around with it. I had some ideas for things I wanted to try and see how they were going to play out. I didn't want to have to make everybody sit here and watch me go through that whole tinkering process, which was probably an hour or two of just trial and error on things. So that's done. I'll kind of go through and talk about it a little bit later as we get into that stuff and adding some more complex stuff on there. For the web page, went ahead and set that up, and you can go to anetlabs.com and see that. Click on GWON and you'll get kind of the list of files or pages which basically correlate to video. So the first one was just kind of an overview, and then I did the 4 videos from last night, and I'll add to that today. This will be number 5, and then we'll keep going from there. So on here, one thing I did want to clarify from yesterday is I said I was making these guys enemies, when in fact I didn't make them enemies. I just made them things that would kill the player. So by hitting destroy character and leaving it as a platform, that's like making it an evil platform or a deadly platform, something that'll kill the player. So for example, if I wanted to have a deadly wall that was sticking off the side, I could, let's see, we could do this. So there's our deadly wall. We'll kind of line it up with the orange here, and this would be, and we wanted this to be a deadly character, then we would have to change that to an enemy. So this is the difference between enemy and platform. They both have destroy character. If you touch them, they'll both kill you, but one is an enemy and one is a platform. So the main difference there is, let's say right before you come up here, you pick up a kill enemies, and then you touch this, or say an invincibility, or kill all enemies. That's one of our power-ups. So let's take an action. We'll actually put this into play. We'll watch it, see how it actually works. So there's our pink one. We'll change that to action type, kill all enemies. This guy's an enemy. None of these other guys are. They're all platforms. So all of these are going to remain when we hit this action item, except for this guy who's an enemy. So if this was, I don't know, a hot lava wall or something, since we're using a wall type setting, then sorry, just kicked the microphone off my shirt. So if this was if we're going to catch this action item, then it's going to kill this enemy and we'll be able to cruise right by. So let's go ahead and see that in action. Play, start. Boom, I just killed that enemy. And we could add some flair to that. So we won't right now, but we could make the screen flash or something. But still, if I touch this guy over here, I die. So that kind of explains that. I just wanted to clarify that from yesterday. We'll go through and make these guys, turn them all into enemies and make them appropriate. So then if you get like invincibility, kills enemies, or if you want to use the strike action, you know, it'll work appropriately. But that's the main difference there. Another thing, tinkering yesterday, this morning, I went into settings. I was going through gameplay, and one of the things I found was changing, let's see, okay, not on this one. We want to change menus, game field. So on this touch screen, I found that using a sensitivity of about 0.65 was actually the optimal setting to keep the mouse with the ball. And I'll show you what that looks like here. So now when we click on the ball, the mouse is going to kind of stay with it wherever we go. The mouse stays with the ball. So hopefully that's going to correlate to fingers on the screen, and then I'm hoping that if you click right, so you're going to click right below it, and that's going to also be, it's going to stay relative to wherever you're touching or where the mouse is in this case. But on a hopefully on a screen, it's going to be relative to the finger touch, and then a person could touch off to the side or maybe right on top if they want to try to navigate around all this stuff. And yeah, I think that's gonna work out pretty well. So I just wanted to show that. So another thing I wanted to show is you can see the score is just ridiculously off the charts. Don't like that at all. So there's a couple of things you can do as far as scoring goes, and I'll have to get into the settings to explain that. So gameplay, advanced gameplay settings. You have your score multiplier here. So right now it's 1 pixel accounts for 1 point on your score. So if we wanted, we could change that to 0.1. Play again. Let's tab out. Play. And you can see it adds up a lot slower now. So every screen was, the start screen was 1,000. I think when we get to the end of the second one, we're supposed to be at 4,000. So you'll see you actually get to 400. And by the end, instead of 7,000, I think we should be at 700 because we're doing 1/10 on the score. So when we hit that start, we should be somewhere around 700. Pretty close, 690 something. So there you go. So that's one thing you can do with the score. Slide this over. So you could also set that to 0 and then click OK. Click good job, and we'll just restart to make sure we get a clean start. Hit start, and now you see you don't get any points. Multiplier 0, you don't get anything. Well, how would you add points? So let's say, I'm going to close this because I don't have a lot of real estate. We go to actions, we take our pink guy, we go collision shape edit. Well, we don't have to edit the collision, sorry. We say, instead of kill all enemies, we say, and we'll change that to, let's see, we'll go to oh, we can set it to none. So we're trying to get to the levels, so we could make that action type none, and we could take reward coins to 0. Coins are used for in-app purchases, so if you want to pay for characters or buy a power-up or invincibility or something like that, that's what you would use reward coins for. Reward points, we can make it different. We could say 1. So Buildbox is a little squirrely on how they named and labeled stuff, and it's been talked about in the forums, but so your score is the same as reward points, and then coins are coins, points is your score. Don't ask me, it's kind of strange. The documentation's a little off. It's been discussed many times in the forums, and this is the best I can explain it. Points are your score, coins are for in-app purchases and things you want to buy. You can show it, which means it's going to throw a little number up, and I'll go ahead and leave it and we'll demo it. And then if you had an invincibility, again, the duration is how long that invincibility or other power-up is. So a magnet or something like that, if you wanted to make it a magnet, you could change the power-up magnet. So any other power-up on the screen is going to be magnetized and come straight to the character, and that could last for 3 seconds if we wanted something to that effect. So we'll just leave it as that. Let's go ahead. And so this is, I'm talking about scoring here, so this is another way to set up scoring, and I'm going to show you how you could do this with just this graphic. I'm trying to grab it here. So we can say at the top of each level, to make sure that the user has to hit it, they're going to have to hit this line, and then I'm going to say control copy, and then get here, control paste, control here, and we'll leave it at that. So we'll put one on here too, sure, why not. So now every time they pass by one of these, they're going to get a point, and that's going to be towards their score. So to display that, let's go to game field. We'll take this, which is currently set to score amount, and we will throw that over here and change this to coins amount, so we can see the difference between score amount and coins amount. So remember, the one on the right is score and one on the left is coins. We go hit play, start, we have 0, 0. We hit that first line and we got 1 score, or make a total of 2. We should get another one here, 3. So you should be able to see this is how you could set up scoring for the game. And then I hit that green one and I get a coin, so I get a coin. And then each time I pass by there, I get the level. Yay, my total score was 5, and I collected 2 coins during the game. Hope that makes sense. And I'll go on and show you why we were getting coins on the 1. So this was set to, sorry, I have to click it over here. Let's see, action on here. Coins was set to 1. So that's why we were getting coins for that, but no points. So you could kind of have the two different I mean, in that respect, yes, it makes sense that they have two different types of scoring on the game. It's just kind of awkward that you can do, I guess, pixels. You can do per like these little action items, and you can also, and then you can also get coins too. And Buildbox just crashed for I don't know what reason. I haven't hit Control S in a while, so yay. Alright, well that was really all I think I wanted to show today anyway, so with that, and let's see if we can pull it back and get it. I'm restarting it right now. Buildbox. It's asking, it's off screen, but it's asking if I want to load previous session. Let's say yes, and let's see if there was any autosave at all that was done since it started. I doubt it. Buildbox is terrible at autosaving. Let's see. Nope, I don't have the red guy that was on the side. I don't have any of the, none of my actions were probably saved. I doubt that I had the menu item from way back when. I doubt that was, nope, they didn't take that change I made. So there's your proof that if you don't hit Control S frequently, you're going to lose a lot of crap because Buildbox autosave feature, well, it's crap. But anyway, not here nor there. I should have hit Control S more frequently. That's the Buildbox solution, is hit Control S frequently and you won't have to worry about the autosave not working. Let's see, so I'm going to spend the rest of the day going over graphics and tweaking some more of the settings. When we come back, I'll go over the graphics this afternoon. It'll probably take me about 3 hours or so. I'm going to go over all the graphics I've made, and if I have to go find any, I'm only going to use open source because again, I fully intend to make this an open source project game with all the files and everything. So everything that I either make or find is going to be open source, Creative Commons of some sort, and anybody's going to be able to take this and download it and do what they want with it. So with that, I think I got everything. I'm going to pause the video for a second just to make sure. Actually, I'm going to pause the video and try to set it up the way I just had everything, and maybe talk about one or two more things. Okay, I'm back. I kind of mostly set back up the way I had it. It's good enough for now for a stopping point. Again, graphics for the rest of the day. See you guys in a little bit. Leave some feedback, subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff to get updates, and probably maybe tonight I'll start an associated thread on the Buildbox forum for all the Buildboxers out there. But for now, signing off. Thanks for watching.